Hey guys, welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook with me, your host, Jason Hook. I took another video making sabbatical, so I know you guys have been clamoring for me to come back. I have a new phone. It seems to have a focus issue where it'll just zoom in and zoom out for like a millisecond. It's infuriating to me because I've been trying to get the phone not to do it. I can't figure it out, but we're gonna work our way through it, and then hopefully I'll figure it out by in the next few videos. What we're listening to is Markmen Get Loose. This is the tape version on Hardwired Records, which is readily available, as well as the LP, which came out on Rock and Roll Disgrace, which I believe you can order from Fun with Smack Records. Album of the summer, just feel good. I know Pat from Ground Zero Salem just talked about the LP. I talked about it in the past video. Everything they put out is great. It's got like some snotty punk rock sound. It's just this right. I believe the promo for this, it's something like throw this in your beach blaster in the sand and have a good time. But it makes perfect sense. But that's Markmen Get Loose. It's a cassette. It's relatively cheap too. I think it was only $6 or $7. So this video is just going to be quite a bizarre hodgepodge of different types of music, because I just grabbed a bunch of stuff what I've been listening to. Like I said in my past videos, I took off for a little while, got a little lazy, is that I have even more stuff. I have enough stuff to make new stuff I haven't listened to yet to make probably like 6 or 7 more videos. So they're gonna start coming. Winter's over, my busy season's kind of over. I'm gonna shave pretty soon, get a haircut, get all sprung for spring, whatever. But and like I said, I'm sorry for the autofocus here. It's driving me mentally insane to see it when I'm talking to you. So if I seem distracted, I apologize, because it's been a problem with this phone. I've tried to shoot this video probably 10 times now and quit a few minutes in because the focus just drives me insane. But I'm gonna stick through it this time, I promise, for you, the fans. So the first thing we got here is we have Malleus' Storm of Witchcraft. This came out in 2016 on Blood Harvest Records. This is a really fucking ripper of a record. I believe I talked about the tape in the past. These guys are out of Boston. I'll get into, there's been lineup changes, but on this one right here, 2/3 of the lineup, these two dudes here have been in like a bunch of hardcore bands in the past. I don't know if that's supposed to be a secret. I'm sorry, guys, but or they don't really talk about it. But this is like it's kind of like black and death metal, I would say, project, or just I think it's just metal. So I'm gonna call it metal. You guys can just, if you disagree, we can talk about it. Send me a message. Call me an idiot down below. But this is kind of hard to find. I believe it wasn't distroed that well in the U.S. This is just black vinyl. And it's got custom center labels. So it's 8 songs. It's also came out on cassette and CD. If you guys see this, I would definitely grab it. It's intense. But I'm not going to talk too much about this one because I believe I talked about the tape in the past. I'll insert here too. So you just got the lyrics, and then you got the band photo, the thank yous. Weird thing about this, I ordered this from Blood Harvest with a shirt, and it never came. They sent me the shirt and a random 7-inch. I got in contact with the guy. He told me it shipped, and I ended up just buying it from the band. They got a handful of them because I really, really wanted this on vinyl. And it does have a download code. It says there's a little kind of Obi strip here. It's on the back. But right here it says like a relic from a lost time, Storm of Witchcraft rages forward on a rusty and crusty heiress of Hellhammer, debut era Bathory, and early Celtic Frost. However, familiar made sound on paper and in execution, more so. Malleus nevertheless, I can't even read that. Convinced, engaging clan that's equal parts devilish, fun, and all-out evil, splitting the difference between alcoholistic gallop and dread-inducing down-tempos. And it's aptly titled too. Storm of Witchcraft processes that ancient, old-worn aura that puts this safely beyond simple party music. No matter how you choose to process it, Storm of Witchcraft is a poisonous first strike from Malleus. Sorry about the cursive, I couldn't read that shit. But that's Storm of Witchcraft. Next is another Malleus record. This is Night Raids. This came out in 2018. It's 2 songs, I believe. It's on it's 2 songs. It's on Atomic Force Records. On this one right here, what they did, there was a lineup change where on the first record, the bass player played bass and sang. On this one, he just sings, and they added a standalone bass player, Max. This is Atomic Force 01 too, I believe. Yes, it is. It's Atomic Force 01. They did it pretty simple. It's just a black vinyl record. You've seen it with just the center labels and that focus again, dropping that to just custom center labels. Pretty basic, but like you don't need frills with center labels. And a little thank you note for ordering. This right here is a massive progression, not a massive progression, but there's definitely a progression from the from Storm of Witchcraft. It's 2 songs, it's heavy. They have them, buy this if you see this. I don't think this was really distroed as well either. Not anything, they just haven't been distroed. Now, to move on to the next thing, now what they actually did now is the singer left, so now they have a new singer. The same guitar player, the same drummer, and Max, the bass player, who this was his first recorded output, was this. And I saw them last week, actually, down in Rhode Island, with another band, which I'll talk about later. And it is, it's a fucking juggernaut, guys. It's if you have a chance to see them live, I would not pass it up, and I would definitely buy both of those records. So this is the 2 Malleus releases. Sorry, Nelson and Chris, and Max, if it seems like I'm kind of hyping you guys up, but I think this shit really needs to be heard. I'm not necessarily a metal guy, and I fucking dig this shit. It's great stuff, but check these out. Go and get them. Tell your friends about them. Next, what we have here is Warefare Declaration, which came out on Triple B Records. This came out in 2018. This members of a bunch of like tons of other bands. I'm not even gonna get into it again. Like if you watch my past videos, I leave it up to you. Go find out. Go look into it. I believe this was recorded before 2018 and just kind of sat and then finally came out. And I know they stuck a bunch of them into the Triple B grab bags they did. But it's got a little, the Warfare Declaration thing here. Got a lyric sheet on the B-side. The B-side. The B-side of the insert. You have the lyric sheet. This is cool here. This version here was a like a clear kind of splatter with a screen print on the B-side. The screen print on the B-side just says Warfare Declaration. There was different colors, and I believe different color screen prints as well. But this is definitely this is a record that came out, I believe, it got some hype. It's a Triple B release, which is like one of the, if you guys, my hardcore listeners out there know, Triple B is just putting the work out right now. These guys, they're just putting out like a new record every week. But, sometimes one of the things that happens with that is, this isn't a dig at Triple B, is when you keep on putting stuff out, sometimes things can kind of slip. And I think this definitely slipped through the cracks a little bit. It's only, it's only 8 songs. I think it's a one-off thing. I don't think you never see another record from them at all. But for sounds, I would say it's got like a Boston Strangler DYS. Definitely a throwback hardcore sound. Like an A-Team vibe on that, which we'll talk about later. Another A-Team thing. We'll talk about it later. But it's definitely got an old school, short, fast, loud, 45 RPM, one-sided, 12-inch single. But check this out. I believe you can get this for cheap too, because I think they were giving them away. Like every grab bag got one, and there was a lot of grab bags that were sold. But that's Warfare Declaration on Triple B. Excuse me. Next, on a completely different note, that's going to make no logical sense. What I have here is Bad Religion. Into the Unknown, 1982 Epitaph. This came out on Epitaph Records. This is not an original press. For those who know, this is the weird second LP from Bad Religion that is like new wave, and it's really not that good. Black vinyl. I don't even know if these are what the original press labels look like. You can see it's got the Epitaph E there. Again, that focus is going to make me slam my head through this phone. It's got the old Epitaph kind of drawing E on there. It comes with an insert. This record's legendary because for a long, the band broke up, I believe, not that long after this came out. And it's also the only appearance, I believe, of these two guys in Bad Religion. They played some shows, I guess, after this came out. It was critically panned. They played some shows, no one showed up to them. Then they kind of took away, these songs have like keyboards and like weird instrumentals in them. They took that way and sped them up and started to play them live. Still no one cared. The band actually ended up breaking up. They returned back to the signature sound in 1983 called Back to the Known, which you guys should all know. And then, you know, the run they went on. So this was a kind of a hiccup in their catalog. Original presses of this sell for tons of money because I'm pretty sure they were all recalled. Like a lot of them didn't make it out because it's that bad. It's corny, but I need to own it because I'm a completist of like I saw a chance to buy and get it. But that's Bad Religion, Into the Unknown, the bad synth pop record. I believe they played. What song is it? Was it Billy Gnosis? Or maybe Losing Generation. They've actually played recently, but not in this like Bad Religion signature sound, not like the weird new wavy stuff they tried on this. And for a long time, the band wouldn't even acknowledge this existence. There was like discographies that came out where this wasn't even listed. I believe they listed it recently in a newer one, but the Bad Religion record, Into the Unknown. Next we have the Lawrence Arms, We Are the Champions of the World. This is a double LP, gatefold. This came out in 2018, and what this is basically a greatest hits of over about 20 years from the Lawrence Arms, which are a Chicago pop-punk band, which I adore and I always have. There's 5 unreleased songs here from 2006, too. Now, these guys formed out of the ashes of a ska band, which I also love, called Slapstick. I use a Slapstick quote as part of my senior quote when I graduated high school. And members also went on, I think, to be an Alkaline Trio in the Broadways. But the bass player and singer from Slapstick plays bass and sings for this band. And he's also known for being the creator of Nihilist Arby's, that Twitter account. If you guys ever follow that, which is fucking funny, I suggest you check it out. But this is cool. You got the insert here. You got the center of the band photo. You just got a little bit about just like they thank people. They explain how things are included in the record. These are just black vinyl. You got the 1-2 with the skull hands telling you what side's which side. I actually saw this a bunch of times and I got it for sale. I think it was like $20, which isn't that bad for a new double LP. It's on Fat. Yeah, it's on Fat Records. So. Which their shit has been blowing up lately too, 3 and 4. Their stuff, their vinyl is getting highly collectible. Anything Fat Records put on, for them they've been smart by putting out a lot of random pressings. They don't just put records out. Everything's got a weird color or variant to it now. It's kind of a bummer. I always miss out on them. I dabble in not everything they do, but stuff like this is a no-brainer for me to pick up. And it comes with this cool booklet here, which has every single song. And the logo next to it, there's a little key up the top, and the logo next to the songs. Every record they've ever put out has its own little logo and the key. So it tells you what record it's from, the name of the song, what record it came from, and then a little just story about the song, what it's about, or just a story about the recording of it. And then also the skulls represent the members of the band. So, this is the singer right here. He's got a hat and a beard. So this is what he said about the song, and this is what someone else said about the song. So, that's cool. For super completist dorks like me, I really dig shit like this. But it's right here, Alert the Audience, which was from The Greatest Story Ever Told. I almost never start with a riff when I'm writing songs. This is what happens when I do. This is a weird one. I like it a lot, but I'm always surprised that anyone else does. I assume I'd show it to the dudes and they'd laugh and we'll just move on. Yet here we are, over a decade later, and it's still a regular on the set. Fuck. It's on the Greatest Hits record even. It's a real Horatio Alger story, isn't it? So it's, and every single song on here has something like that. Some longer than others, as you can see. But, And when I say pop punk, you guys know, I mean, I know I've done the Jason explanation of my pop punk listening in the past. It's not that syrupy, Sum 41 radio shit. It's like, it's a little grittier than that. It does have like the poppy sound, I'm not gonna lie. But it's a little bit more gritty, a little bit more straightforward, not, you know, I'm trying to justify listening to soft tunes, whatever. But that's the Lawrence Arm. We are the champions of the world. I believe it's got the full title. I wrote it down. Oh yeah, we are the champions of the world, the retrospectus. On the back, it's got the 4 sides. Definitely something worth checking out. If you can get this for cheap, you've never heard the band, I would say grab it because you're just going to get their best work, in my opinion. Now to go on a completely different note, here we have Pig Destroyer, Head Cage. This is their newest record. It came out in 2018. They're out of Alexandria, Virginia. This is a metal hardcore grind band. I'm sure you guys know what Pig Destroyer sound like. They kind of like a hybrid of all the like that kind of stuff. Like, you know, they kind of do a cross audience draw too. I believe metalheads probably dig this band. Metalheads probably fucking hate this band. Same thing for grind and punks. But there's people I've always I pick up their releases when I see them. And the story on this one is an FYE in the mall from the next town over where I live went out of business like 2 months ago, and they marked everything down in the store 75%, 80% off. And what happened is, like, you know, Taylor Swift and, like, I don't know, I'm trying to, 7 Mary 3, that's an inside joke for if you guys make it this deep in the video, CDs and stuff, and flew. But punk, and they had, like, a lot of obscure Blu-ray movies, like Arrow films, some records, which I'm going to show, I bought some, and, like, kind of, like, used CDs of some punk and hardcore stuff that sat there, because no one gave a shit, so I bought almost all of it. I went there, like, twice a week for 3 weeks, and to the point where I was spending like $100 getting $300 worth of shit. But I bought this there. I just, you know, like I said, it says $24.99. I think I kept the receipt somewhere. I probably paid $8 I think for it total. But it's a gatefold. It's some cool art in there, and it's on I believe it's on gray vinyl, which is out of 500 or clear. And that's, you know, it's on Relapse. So you got the Pig Destroyer logo and the Relapse logo, skull on the B side there. Insert. Sick void shirt. I'm sorry. But anyways, you got that, and you got the photos, lyrics in here. Again, if you guys never heard Pig Destroyer, I think they kind of have a cross promotional in the different genres, and like I think a Pig Destroyer crowd at a show is a pretty mixed crowd of, you know, punks and maybe some hardcore kids, some metal dudes, and some just legit weirdos, which are my favorite. I love bands that bring out like an interesting mix of people that. Everyone has something in common of that they're odd, but some maybe a little bit odd than others. But anyways, this is Pig Destroyer. And a Head Cage, the new LP. Again, for the 50th time in this video, I want to apologize for the weird focus. Sometimes zooms in and out. Like, it's really driving me insane. Like, you don't even want to know. Like, I didn't have a single gray hair before I started trying to film videos with this new phone. But anyways, that's Pig Destroyer, Head Cage. I like the artwork too, it's cool. I can't tell if it's a painting or if it's a like a modified photo. It's real cool, but that's Pig Destroyer again. There was another grab, which I'm not going to pull apart, that I got there for the same thing for like $7-8. Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. This is a double LP. Actually, receipts in there. Do you guys throw your receipts and stuff like that sometimes in the back? Sometimes when I go on big binges, I'll throw the receipt in the one of the records, so I can just remember what I bought that day. Again, I'm crazy. I got this for $7.50. I also bought Some Kind of Monster, the DVD, for 80 cents. Deadbeat at Dawn for $20. The Steelbook Death Wish for $9. Oh, Best of Suffocation record for 80 cents. Anyways, sorry. But yeah, I got this for $7.50. So, I'm not going to take this all apart because it's been out for a while. It was 2017 this came out. Yeah, 2016. Blackened Recordings. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It seems like they're trying to go back to the thrash sound, which, like, you know, we all love. They just kind of fuck it up. No offense, Metallica. I mean, your old records are gold, platinum, forever, life changers for me, but you haven't been able to reconnect to that sound. So, but anyways, that's Hardwired, Self-Destruct. Look it up. Find it at any store. Buy it at Walmart. Next is the last piece of vinyl I bought there, which is this copy of Sepultura's Chaos AD, but this is a repress. This is the double LP. This came out in 1993. This is a 2017 version of it. And the second LP has demos and live tracks from this era on it. You know, Roadrunner Records, Cavalera Bros. So I dig Sepultura. They kind of have that cross, similar to Pig Destroyer. I feel like they kind of have a cross reference. I know there's a lot of punk and hardcore kids that dig Sepultura, which is weird because by this era of Sepultura, Chaos ID era, they're definitely experimenting with like kind of like a funk, like it's not Red Hot Chili Peppers fucking funk sound, but you know, they had a little bit of like a funk, like riffage and bass in it, and a little bit of electronic, like kind of background, like tape sound. You can hear it throughout the whole record. You can hear them electronically manipulating like some sounds in the back. But I dig this record. Like, and when I saw this again, I think I got this for. Is it on here? Is it on the thing to see? Must have bought it another time. It's not on here. But I got it for fucking cheap. It was 85% off, I believe. So again, I had to grab it. I'm one of those guys where if I see shit for super cheap, double LP Chaos AD repress with extra shit on it for like, I don't know, 10, 12 bucks around there, whatever I got it for, I'm buying it. And this has some classics on it. Refuse Resist is hard. Biotech is Godzilla is a song my friends have been talking about since we were like teenagers. Biotech is Godzilla. But the Chaos AD again, if you've known who Sepultura is, which I'm assuming a lot of you do, but if you don't, check it out. I'll check this out. You can probably get it used for cheap as hell. Not an original press, but CD or whatever for cheap as fuck. Next, again, another, I told you this video, guys, is going to be all over the place. I have little notes here just with dates on them so I can remember. Where am I at? 22. Got about 10 more minutes. Awesome. So this is off there with their heads from the bottom. This is originally on No Idea. This is the 10-year anniversary pressing, which came out on Anxious and Angry Records, that I ordered directly from Anxious and Angry. Anxious and Angry is I'm going to post a link below. It's a t-shirt distro record weird thing distro that the singer actually runs, who also has a podcast called Anxious and Angry, which I think you guys should check out if you dig. They just finished recording a new record. But so it's on gray vinyl. It's got the different center labels. Anxious and Angry. There's no insert, which is kind of a bummer. I thought there was. It comes with a download card. This is I won't want to say pop punk. Some people call it like that ogre core, hot water music-y. Excuse me. But this is like really like heavy songs, heavy subject title, heavy subject topics about life, hating himself, hating everyone around him, stuff of that nature. This and Hospitals are their first two releases. These are the more they have. I believe they put out 3 LPs since then, might be more than that are good. They're a little bit more. They're recorded better. The first 2 are more straightforward. Like you can tell they didn't have money when they were doing it. But this is a great record. I recommend it to anyone who is interested in this kind of stuff. I Am You is probably the most well-known song on here. I don't have an original press, so I don't know. I know this is the cover, but I don't know if the back's different. I'll have to look into that. That's off with their heads from the bottom on Anxious and Angry. I believe they might have copies of this still on Anxious and Angry. Anyways, check out that fucking page anyways, because they got cool shit for sale. Got cool shirts. Does a lot of sales, so if you listen to the podcast, they'll give you codes that only work for a day or two. I bought a cool Blitz shirt from them. Anyways, Next, I know I'm going to butcher this. This is Fuerza Bruta with Verdugo. Did I say it right? These guys are an Oi band from Chicago. They sing in Spanish. This came out on Rebellion Records. This is the Euro version, I believe, on bronze vinyl. It's on bronze vinyl. This has been pressed several different times. Different labels doing small pressings. It's very weird. It's cool. I think it was just easier for like distro for different countries or whatever for it to be distributed by like local labels maybe pressing it. But I know there's multiple versions of this record and there's tapes too. But anyone you can get, I'll say get, because this is fucking great shit. Straightforward, stripped down oi music, punk oi. Songs about this songs about political stuff on here. There's anti-cop songs. Basically, the same kind of stuff. A lot of the same kind of stuff you get from oi. I believe there's songs about immigration too on here. I could be wrong. I'm drawing a blank, guys. I'm real sorry, but it's a fucking banger, guys. I can't come up with any more actions. The record might just start again too, by the way, the tape. Verdugo, if I'm saying it right, which I'm probably not, is Executioner. I believe Fuerza Bruta, I did write it down, but I'm probably completely wrong. Oh, Brute Force. But yeah, check this record out. Any version you get your hands on. If you get a chance to see him live, I saw him live right after the new year. Fucking killer stuff. Yeah. What's up, guys? If you watch this, I'm gonna tag you. I don't know them that well, but we hype their stuff for them. Next, we have something that I didn't write down. The Markmen, the other side. I just got this one in not that long ago. The Markmen are a Texas band. Again, there's been a lot of kind of like garage. This is like garage punk. I believe this record is just. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. This is just a collection of early releases or random B-sides or just splits. This just came out within the last few months. It's on Dirt Nap Records. I highly recommend this as well. They didn't break up. I don't think they broke up. They don't put new stuff out, but they'll play like fests or shows every once in a while down in Texas where they're from. But we got. For those that know, the Markmen's cult status is more than deserved, but outside of those landmark LPs, the self-titled On the Outside, Fix My Brain and Ghosts, the Denton Quartet was left an indelible imprint across a series of rarely heard 7-inches scattered on several different labels and limited numbers. These songs, though they never fit in any single long play, are crucial to the Markmen story and are far from throwaways. Instead of painting the full picture of this underrated Denton powerhouse by showcasing the band's musical growth by adding a set of new favorites to the already bursting Markmen canon. Hopefully you enjoy them much as I have. Fred Pissarro. So yeah, so it's like rare 7-inches and splits I kind of maybe didn't get mass produced or were kind of hard to find. So I definitely check this out, pick it up. I believe I got it. Any distro or punk hardcore distro will have it. Is this on color vinyl too? I didn't write a little note. Usually I write these little post notes. I try to hide that I'm reading so I don't look like a dork. That just usually will have like something like Markmen, like the date of the LP when it came out, just so I can use as they're like crib sheets. But I didn't write anything down for this one. It does have a download code inside. But yeah, Markmen on the other side, check it out. Unless you're super cool and we're in the know in the early 2Ks and bought a bunch of these 7-inches, which I know I did not. All right, now we are on to some 45s. The first one I'm going to show here is Modern Life is War, Tribulation Work Songs Volume 2. So this is a project, this came out on Deathwish. This is a project the singer's doing where it's these 2 songs, 7 inches. It's on blue. I believe there's different color vinyl for them. These are all written out by a typewriter, then made into a stamp. These are hand stamped. The labels are hand stamped. And what you get on here is you get a song that's kind of more of the ilk of Modern Life is War, if you guys ever heard the band before, if you dig them. And then you also, I believe, is this the B-side? I don't even think there's A or B. It's just the sides. And then you get a song that's kind of a spoken word over like a backtrack, which is actually pretty cool. I'm going to post, they made a video for that. I'm going to post it below. These are available. The band's touring. They're playing 2 shows in Boston on the same day. I'm going to try to hit one of them. I got to check my, make sure I'm available, not I'm here or I'm not working. But that's Modern Life is War, Tribulation Work Songs Volume 2. Next, I have this A-Team record, You're All Scrooged, which came out when they played a show around Christmas time here. It's just 3 songs and 2 songs and an Motorhead cover. I almost said Iron Maiden. I'm losing my mind. And a Motorhead cover. This actually on clear vinyl. This just came out with a regular cover, which I have over there, which you can get from Painkiller. It's on Death Wish. They just on Tuesday they came out, so check that out. But this is the Christmas version. I like the cover art. A-Team are a hardcore band from Worcester. Straightforward, fucking great shit. Recommended. Next, because I'm sure you guys heard all the buzz, is I have these 2 records that have Hard on them. This is a live set from Sound and Fury, and this was a 4-song EP sampler. Remember these guys? They're doing the reunion shows. I'm going to both shows. I dig this band, Youth Crew Straight Edge Hardcore. Everyone's going to talk about the LPs, the demos. I pulled these. These are 2 just random things from their back catalog that they're on. I dig this one because this is a sampler, and it's like, oh, I wonder how the record's going to do. I wonder how the Things They Carry will do. You know, one song from the Things They Carry. Anyone hear about that before? Color vinyl, both on Bridge 9. The Sound and Fury one was a bonus record for a grab bag they did. So I grabbed these just over the years, but I just wanted to show something for Have Heart related. And I just got these recently. Finally, I want to show this Decomp 7-inch. These guys played with Malleus last week. The focus is out. This is a great fucking record. Portland, PDX, that crusty hardcore. If you want to call it crusty hardcore, I don't know what to call it. I call it hardcore. Comes with this cool fold over here. This 7-inch came out on Whisper in Darkness. I haven't really seen it anywhere. They had copies for sale. My friend Kevin plays drums for him now. He's from here, but he lives out on the other coast now. And I want to check this out. Check this shit out. It's brutal. It's heavy. If you dig the fucking PDX hardcore sound, you'll love this. I believe it's members of a bunch of other bands, which again you can find out. I wrote down ripping D-beat hardcore punk as a description, and that focus is going to make me just throw my phone in directly into the sun. I'm running out of time. Thanks for watching. I'll be back sooner than later. I promise this time. I'm not going to disappear again. And I just want to say, subscribe. Please subscribe. I can't get a gauge if people dig my channel. But subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell me I'm a fucking idiot. Just do something, man. Bye.